folks, it's me, Brian, and this is what I'm drinking tonight. I'm having Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA, brought to you by the New Belgian Brewing Company, which is based in Fort Collins, Colorado. They make Fat Tire, which I really don't like. I actually called it Flat Tire by accident one time. I guess that was a Freudian slip. However, this particular beer was recommended to me by a super fan who wanted me to review a Voodoo Ranger beer. Now, I've seen Voodoo Ranger beer in many different stores. However, I've never gotten it. If you've watched any of my videos over the past 5 years, or a good amount of them, you know that I get suckered by how a can or a bottle looks. The labeling, if it looks kind of interesting, will make me buy it. Conversely, if the label does not look interesting, I won't buy it. And that was the case with this particular beer, Voodoo Ranger. I mean, it has this um, like skeleton who has like a toboggan, a hat on, and some glasses, and it looks kind of creepy if you ask me. Little did I know that this is not their only particular beer in the lineup. There's a lot of Voodoo Ranger beers, but today I'm having the Imperial IPA, which is 9% alcohol by volume, and as I said, made by New Belgium, which is based in Fort Collins, Colorado, and see bottom for enjoy by date. So I'm supposed to enjoy this by December 21st, 2025. And today is September 8th, 2025. So I'm enjoying it in time before it purports to be unenjoyable. So let's crack this one open. Let's give it a semi-hard pour there. There we go. Get a little foamy head there. So you can see what it looks like. Like a golden appearance, not hazy. So this is not a hazy IPA. It almost looks like a lager, like a dark lager from far away or from close. It's pretty clear. The exact opposite of hazy. It has a decent amount of head, like a finger's worth of head. Smells piney. Smells like those hops that are IPA hops. There's no denying this is going to be an IPA. An Imperial IPA, that's another story. What else do I smell? Not getting a lot of fruit flavor or fruit aromas. Just a bitterness, a general bitterness, a general IPA bitterness, such that if someone stuck this in front of my nose and I was blindfolded, I would definitely know that this is an IPA. So without further ado, let's give it a try. Prost, my friends. All right, let's start off with a mouth feel. This is medium bodied. It's in between light and medium bodied. Did not expect that, folks. I expected a heavier beer, and it's actually quite a pleasant surprise. So it's medium bodied. It's bitter on the tongue, not as bitter as one would expect, though, especially out of a beer with a label that is in Imperial IPA. Let's give it another sip. It's quite easy going. It goes down easy. It's not too bitter. In fact, you can find yourself getting a lager that almost is just as bitter as this. I'm curious to know what the IBUs are on this particular beer. This tastes like, if I were to give you a good visual and a good explanation of what this would taste like or what this experience would be like, it's probably like the very first time you had beer. You probably thought that it was bitter. It probably looked like this also. And you might say, like, ugh, this is nasty. When you were 21, of course, not when you were 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, or 20. That first beer you had legally when you were 21 here in the US, but 18 in some other parts of the world. So that's like the vibe I'm getting here. Like, not too bitter, but like if you're novice to bitter, like if you've never had beer, you might think of this as bitter. But if you have had IPAs before, you would not think of this as bitter. This probably um, wouldn't even show up on your bitterness radar. If you are new to IPAs, I think this would be a wonderful product for you because if you give it a sniff, if you smell the aroma, it definitely smells differently from your typical lager or ale. So you would definitely pick up on that. And you would pick up on, hey, this is just a little bit more bitter than the the lagers that I'm accustomed to. So I think that's a plus. So it has a good mouthfeel, um, good taste, not bitter aftertaste, a good appearance, kind of checks all the boxes. So how would I rate this? I'd actually give it a pretty high rating. I think I'm gonna give this a 90 out of 100. It is a good beginner IPA. And with the ABV being 9%, you get a lot of bang for your buck, if you will. Wow. Yeah, it's decent. I would get this again. This is also something that I would get at a party. So there you have it, folks. New Belgium's Voodoo Ranger Imperial IPA. Maybe I'll try out some of the other IPAs, but I at least wanted to try this one out for my more recent super fan. Stay safe, stay sane, and I will see you on the next video. Wow, it's been some time since I gulped a beer like that.